Good evening and welcome. This is the iBUG Buzz number 704 for October 6th of 2025. I cannot believe it is October yet already, especially as it doesn't feel like it out there. I am Maria, and this is the iBUG Buzz for Monday, October 6th. And I am Maria, and I'm facilitating the call this evening. Delighted to be with you all. This is an open forum for anyone with questions or issues with their iPhone, iPad, Apple Watch, Apple TV, or HomePod. For anyone who is desiring to become more proficient in using the accessibility features of these iDevices. We focus here on the use of the voiceover screen reader with them. And of course, that includes the use of various accessories like keyboards and braille displays and battery packs and headphones and speakers and fun things like that with voiceover running. So welcome to everyone who has joined in tonight live, and also to those who are listening to the conference via the recorded podcast playback. You are in the iBUG Buzz, and this is one of many events that we hold throughout the month. You can keep up with all of them at our website, which is at ibugtoday.org, ibugtoday.org. On our website, you can get on the mailing list so that you receive right in your email notifications about all of our events, including a handy bulletin at the beginning of the month that just lists them all out in one place for you. You can access the podcast recordings from our website, meeting information as well for all of our events. You can also find out information there about our Jumpstart mentoring program. And that is a program for those who are new to the use of the iPhone with VoiceOver to learn the fundamentals, those really important essentials. So if you are new to your iPhone and would like some one-on-one help to learn those very important basics, our mentee application is there. And if you are if you would like to be a mentor, if you are comfortable with the use of your iPhone and you would like to help someone to become acquainted with it, it's very rewarding to see someone's confidence blossom. You are welcome to apply as a mentor, and that application is also on our website. And there are other resources. Our website's just chock full of them. So again, ibugtoday.org. You can follow us. All of the conference recordings are archived there on the website, and they can be searched by topic. The iBUG, the podcasts for several of our events, including this iBUG Buzz, they are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, the Alexa device, or the podcast app of your choice by searching and subscribing. So in this case, you would search and subscribe or follow, as the terminology may be in your podcast platform, to iBUG Buzz. Recordings are also available on YouTube by subscribing to the iBUG Today channel. So as I mentioned, we have several events throughout the month, and just this week alone, we have several more events coming up. So you are at the iBUG Buzz, and this happens every Monday from 7 to 9 p.m. Central Time. And in fact, all of the times that I will be giving are in Central Time. After this, stay tuned for the After Buzz, which happens from 9 to 11 p.m. Central, a casual way for all of us to get to know each other and any topics other than training that's in the scope of iBUG's services and religion and technology are off limits, but anything else is fair game. So stay and hang out and let's get to know each other a bit better on the After Buzz. Then tomorrow, we've got the Mac Buzz. So that's tomorrow. That's Tuesday, October 7th from 5 to 6 p.m. Central Time. So it's like this this, except it's the questions and answers focused on using VoiceOver on the Mac. Then on Thursday, we have the Vila Book Club. That's Thursday, October 9th, 6:30 to 8 p.m. Central. And our reading for this month is First Lie Wins by Ashley Elston, which is available on Bard and NLS Bard, in addition to other places. On NLS Bard, the DB number for the audio recording is DB118733. Then on Friday, as happens every Friday, we've got our iBUG night at the virtual movies. And the pre-movie social time begins at 7 p.m. Central, and the movie begins at 8 p.m. Central. It's the audio-only track of the audio-described movie. And do stay tuned for our big reveal of what movie that will be this week, coming at the top of the second hour of our buzz tonight. And then on Sunday, we've got our iBUG Cafe. So this is Sunday, October 12th from 4 to 5:30 p.m. Central. And with the recent release of iOS 26, we will, of course, be taking a look with Shri and a group of presenters with what's new in iOS 26. All of our services are provided free of charge. There are no dues or fees associated. And so, with that, let us now go around the room, the virtual line, and introduce ourselves. Please state your name, where you're calling in from, and do let us know if you are a first-time caller. So we would love to hear you say hello. And I am Maria in Albany, New York.
My name is Jake from Michigan.
Hey, Jake, welcome.
Hello.
Marcia from Atlanta.
Hello to you both. Welcome.
I'm from Mary Alice from Pennsylvania.
Hey, Mary Alice.
Jim from Houston, and I'm a rookie.
All right. Well, welcome. Glad to have you.
John Short.
Hello to both of you.
Gary in Austin.
Hey, welcome.
Tim in Indiana.
Hello, Tim. Welcome.
George
Robert
San
in College
Antonio.
Station.
George and Robert, welcome.
Randy, North Carolina.
Hello, welcome.
Dana, Tennessee.
Hey, Dana, welcome.
Paul in Columbus.
Hello to you. Hello, Paul and Earl, welcome.
From Maryland.
Hello
George
to
in
all
San
of
Antonio,
you.
Texas.
Welcome.
Jody, New Hampshire.
Hey, Jody, welcome.
Hi, Maria.
Gloria from Houston.
Hey, Gloria, welcome.
Hi, Maria.
Anyone else would like to say hello?
Greg in
Jill
Texas.
from Ontario, Canada.
All right, welcome to you both.
Shazadi from
Dawn
Ontario,
from Houston.
Canada.
All right, hello, Shazadi and Dawn, welcome. Anyone else like to say hello who hasn't said hello as of yet? All right. Well, welcome to you all. Welcome back. And Jim, welcome to you for the first time. We like to find out from our first time callers how you heard about iBUG and what kinds of these iDevices you have and how long you've been using them. So if there's anything that you would like to share.
Sure. I heard about you guys because I do live in Houston, and so I was at the Haven event that you guys were at in, April or May, and I had signed up to, kind of get the newsletter and all that kind of stuff. So I was excited to join in and get part of it, but it's taken me a while to actually get up and rolling. I've got an iPhone. I just got an iPad. And but I need to learn voiceover and all the different, technologies to be able to help do things more efficiently. And so I'm excited about, kind of joining in and learning from all you guys how to get that done.
Very good. Well, we're glad to have you, and that's great to hear that when we attend these types of events and such, that it does make a difference. So that's wonderful. And yes, you may be interested in that Jumpstart mentoring program.
Yes,
and
definitely.
Yes, very good. And since you're a first-time caller, we like to give our first-time callers the dibs on the first questions of the evening. If you do have a burning question that you would like to throw out there.
Well, I do have one that
All right.
I've got a bunch, but I'll just keep it small. I had gotten my iPad, and a friend helped me, kind of get it started. But then I found out later that it's best to sync your phone and your iPad together so they have, so like when you open up the iPad, everything's that you normally have on your phone is automatically on your iPad. And I don't know if that's a easy fix, because my understanding is you have to kind of wipe the iPad back to factory settings and then go through a restart again, but then you hook them together. And I'm not that savvy to be able to just, da 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 da. So if anybody knows if that's easy to do, and also does the Apple customer service people, can they walk you through that, or is that something you really need a tech friend or a professional to do for you?
All right. Good questions. All right. Does anyone have some helpful input for Jim there? Any advice on if the syncing with iCloud isn't set up initially, setting that up after the setup, and or if Apple can assist? And we don't use the raise hand here, so if you would like to answer this question, just say your name and I will acknowledge you. All right. Well, it sounds like you have given us a bit of homework to do in researching this question, but which is good. Jody, go ahead.
Yeah, you want to, so you open settings and then go to your name at the top and tap on that. I think this is where it is. I'm going to double check. And you want to go down to iCloud, and then you want to tap on iCloud and have sync devices. And that's where you find it. I'll look specifically to make sure that's correct, but I think that's how you do it. And I also want to let you know that Apple has an accessibility phone number. So if you have specific questions about how to use, if you're having if you're running into a problem using accessibility features, that's specifically there for you to use.
Okay, great. I think I had somebody tell me about that, so I'll have to double check that I can find that.
All right.
Thank you.
Very good.
This
Well,
is
good luck
John.
with that. Yes, John, go ahead.
Yeah, so there are different things you can sync. So as Jody mentioned, that when you go in that menu, you may see like maybe 3 or 4 options. If you don't see, if you want to sync all of your cloud options, I think there's like an all button that you can tap on, and then it brings up the entire list of things that you're syncing to iCloud. So when we refer to iCloud, that's Apple's online like cloud storage, and
Okay.
there are a bunch of different toggles there, like mail, messages, contacts, and you just want to make sure that all those toggles are on.
Okay.
And excuse me. The other aspect of syncing is you can sync things like your phone calls, whether it's a traditional phone call or a FaceTime call, like those kinds of things are done under like the settings of the phone app when you tap settings, apps, and phone, or even going under settings and cellular data, there's an option there are like options for Wi-Fi calling and and nearby devices, and that allows you to like send and receive phone calls from your nearby devices like your iPhone, iPad, etc. And
Okay.
yeah, Apple Accessibility is a great resource. And regarding VoiceOver, there are several ways to learn VoiceOver. There's a VoiceOver tutorial, there's a VoiceOver practice, and there's VoiceOver help. And Apple Accessibility can walk you through all of those.
Okay, so that I definitely need to get with them to be able to do a lot of this, it sounds like.
Yeah, Apple Accessibility would definitely be a great start because this can turn into a whole full-blown discussion.
Okay. Okay. I'll do
Um,
that, and I'll let you guys move on to the rest of your evening.
This
all
is
right. Well,
Robert.
no thing. Okay, go ahead, Robert.
With all these great suggestions people are making, we're making the assumption that you did when you set up your iPhone, set up an iCloud account, and that your iPhone is connected to that iCloud account, and you just want to connect your iPad to the same iCloud account, and that's where this whole syncing process originates.
Okay. So
All
I
right. Yeah.
definitely need, when I get in touch with the Apple disability people, they should be able to tell me if my phone has been already connected with iCloud, and then if so, how do I take the next steps to sync other devices and other things?
Yes, they can walk you through all that.
Okay, great. And that's my first step then. I
Dana,
appreciate it,
All right.
everybody.
this is Dana.
Very good. All right. Yes, Dana, and then I think we can shift from this topic. So go
Yeah,
ahead, Dana.
just one more about that. The Apple accessibility. They can hook up to your phone and I believe your iPad too, and tell you exactly what you're looking at. So
Okay.
you and the Apple people can look at the same thing together, and they can walk you right through it.
Oh, yeah. So they would like see what I'm seeing on my screen.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard things like that as well. So I just have to take the step to call them.
Right.
All right, very
Thank you,
good.
guys.
Well, good luck with that. And if you want to review, of course, all of these wonderful suggestions that have come through in this discussion, these recordings, this recording will be made available very shortly on our website. So, very good. All right. Who would like to ask our next question or make a comment? All right, Dawn, go ahead.
Since we're on the subject of the iCloud, I got an email saying that I use 50% of my iCloud. So how can I make space? I don't have any pictures or anything.
This is John.
All right. John, go ahead.
I just want to preface this with a disclaimer that anytime you receive an email like that, don't assume right away that it's really from Apple. You can actually go to where it says who sent the email. It'll say like from, and then it'll have address button. You can, as Maria mentioned in a previous session, you can one finger double tap and then do another one finger double tap. For some reason, it takes two one finger double taps in a row to open that up, and it'll say if it's really from Apple. But if it isn't, you can go to the settings app, tap on your profile like what Jody said, and you can go to iCloud, and one of the options in there is that it tells you what storage plan you have if you're on the free 5 gigabytes or if you're on a paid subscription that gives you more cloud storage, and it'll tell you how many, like what percentage of that data or that cloud storage you've used. Like it'll say like 4 out of 5 gigabytes used, for example, and it'll let you know if you need more storage, because you'll get you'll get notifications right within your device, so you don't need to take those emails at face value.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. So that's first. Thank you for that, John. That is very important note there about potential, scams and making sure it is legitimate. And then to Dawn's question about, so assuming that it is a legitimate, or just even that's in profile, that the storage does confirm that she's low on space. Any suggestions from anyone on removing some items from iCloud and freeing up some of that space?
This is Shazadi.
I think I heard
Shazadi.
Shazadi, yes, go ahead.
I would like to add to what John said. Looking at photos, if you have photos, also in deleting old text messages, like you delete them from the main menu, right? But you can go to filter deleted messages and then empty your messages from there. Also, I think in the settings app, when you go into your main account, when you double tap on your name, it tells you what's taking more the space in your phone. It gives you those numbers, and you can check that way too what things needs to be removed.
All right. And Jody, then I think you were next.
Yes, I was going to say one thing you can do, Don, is your phone, your iCloud account has 5 gigs of storage, and you can increase that to 50 gigs of storage for 99 cents a month. And that's a reasonable amount to pay for that much more memory. So you can actually add that to your account.
Okay. And by the way, thank you for the email, Jody.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right. So it sounds like you're good. Your next step, Dawn, is in terms of in iCloud settings to see what is taking up that storage, and then going ahead and deleting parts of whatever that is from there. If it's some kind of files, you can go into the Files app and delete them. Or if it's email, that would mean, clearing out, deleting email. So it really just depends on, finding out what it is that's the culprit there, and then seeing if you want to delete it or if you want to increase your storage. So,
okay, thank you.
All right, very good.
This is
Thank
Dot.
you. Dot, go ahead.
I have a new question.
All right.
If I may.
You may.
Oh, yes. I have been using the Gmail app for all my mail from the Gmail account.
Mm-hmm.
But somehow, sometime when I check back check back to the native mail app from the Apple, somehow I'm not receiving all my Gmail from the mail app, the native mail app. Now,
you're not receiving it. Just to be clear, where are you not? You're not receiving.
I'm not receiving all my mail from the Gmail account to the native mail app.
Oh, okay.
But it's all on the Gmail app that I'm using, but I want to have both ways,
Yes, you
greedy.
want it to be the same.
I'm greedy, yeah.
You're thorough.
So what can I do? What can I do?
All right. Any suggestions, any thoughts that anyone has for Dot as to why the messages may not be matching?
This is John.
Go ahead, John.
So I have to go to that setting to confirm this, but because I don't know if it applies to Gmail accounts, but I know for some accounts like Outlook, if you go to settings, apps, and mail, and you go to where it lists your accounts, if you go to the respective account, in some situations, it'll, there's an option there, mail days to sync, and sometimes it could be scaled down to 1 month or 3 months. But if you set it to no limit, you should be able to view all of your emails. What I don't know is if this applies to Gmail. So when in doubt, you can just check if that menu option is available and if it's set to no limit, because it could just be something as simple as that, where your emails could potentially be there, but it's not letting you view them because it's not syncing to no limit.
This is that. Please say that again. Data sync.
Yeah, so you can go Yes, I just say to summarize. So it's going into the actual account settings, Dot, like when you actually went in and added that email account in iOS itself, not in the Gmail app, but from the
Yeah,
settings app. Yeah. So going in there and where you have like the ability to sync. Do you want to sync your notes, your mail, your contacts, what have you with that account?
Okay.
And in there is also this sync option that John is referring to.
Oh, okay. Okay, I
And,
will
and,
take
and
a look at
another
that.
yeah, and another thought that I had too, I wonder if in the native mail app, by default, the native mail app, unless you turn this off in the more menu, to list view, by default, if it's set to categories view, it'll show you various categories across the top. So if you might be seeing, if you start from the top of the screen and flick to the right or like across the top of your inbox screen there, you'll see categories like let's see, you see things like
Promotional.
Exactly. Promotional, primary, transactions, updates, promotions. Yes. So that also may be why you're not seeing, because some of these messages may have gotten categorized into some of those other categories. Similar to how Gmail categorizes as well as in like primary and updates and such. So, so that may be something to check as well if you're seeing those categories across the top of your screen.
This is Dot saying thank you.
Yes. All right. Very good. Any other comments on this question?
Randy.
Randy, go ahead.
Yeah, I just had one additional thing. Doc, did you say at one time you were able to see both your Gmail messages in the native mail app as well as what before?
Yeah, but this is that. Lately, I only receive my Gmail emails on the Gmail app instead of on the iOS native app for some reason. Yeah.
Oh, so you're not receiving any of them, Dot? You're saying it's not just selective. You're
Yeah.
saying you're. Oh, okay. Then in that case, so where John had recommended that you go into under settings and then apps and then mail and then the accounts, perhaps going into that Gmail account and maybe seeing if sometimes Gmail, I've noticed, I think it might be like a security thing. If you don't use a certain app with it for some time, it starts prompting you to enter your password. Like it'll prompt you to do it again in order to re-authenticate. And in theory, that should have just come up in the mail app if that was an issue, but it is worth just checking in that account and seeing it when you go in there, does it prompt you to re-enter your password? So it might just be that too.
Randy,
Yep. All right. I think Randy, and then I think it was John after.
Yeah,
so we'll go to Randy. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to add, Doc, another thing is, if you look at the top of your mail app at the top, if it might say inbox or all inboxes, if you have it set up in that view. And if you add another like Gmail or Outlook, you'll have more than one mail to choose from. So if it says mail, you could flick left to where it says more and mailboxes. And if you have an option for all inboxes,
I got that.
Then it might show up that way.
All right. And then I think, all right. And then I think it was, Jody. Sorry. Did I hear someone else before you and after Randy, or was that you? I didn't catch.
Me.
It was you, John. Okay, thank you. I did not imagine. All right, so we'll go John and then Jody, and then I think we can shift from this unless there's another burning comment. So
I just wanted to. Oh, sorry. I just wanted to apologize and correct myself out. It seems to be that Gmail is the exception to that rule, because when I went to mail accounts and Gmail, it doesn't offer that no limit option. I think it's for like. I know it applies to Outlook accounts, but it doesn't seem to apply to Gmail accounts. But one thing you may also try is you could just try removing the account and putting it back on. Maybe it's just a glitch.
Oh.
All right. And I think, yes, I think that days to sync, that might even be an either Outlook or an Exchange account feature as well. Like Microsoft Exchange. I think I've seen that for like my work email and such. So, yeah. All right. And then, Jody, go ahead.
Yes, make sure that you have your Gmail in your mail app so that.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Okay. And then also, once you go to the Gmail inbox or any inbox, if you go to the upper right-hand corner to edit, or excuse me, I think it says more. See, more or edit, one or the other. Anyway, you tap on that and you have the choice between category view or list view. And if you want to see all the emails without being categorized, then you can tap on list view and then you'll see the mail the way it used to be before they messed it up.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. All right, very good. We'll hope some of this will help you, Dot. And yes, the list view is the view before the AI categorization was introduced. So, all right, very good. Who would like to ask the next question?
Linda. Valencia.
All right, we'll go to Linda first and then Valencia's question afterwards. So, Linda.
I forgot how to go to the reader mode in Safari.
All right. And that has indeed gone through a little bit of shifting as well, and as iOS versions have evolved. So, who would like to explain how to go to the reader view when it is available?
This is Shazadi.
All right, Shazadi, go ahead.
When you're in the Safari, if it's the new iOS 26 look, you just have to go to the button where it says more, and then you should get a list of things there. If the reader view is not there, then if you tap on your address, there you can find the page menu, and then if you tap there, you should find the reader there. At least that's what I think.
All right. So thank you for that. All right. So the page, so as with always with iOS, there tend to be multiple ways of doing things. So yes, in both of those options, if you do not see the reader view, that likely means that it is not available. And just to be aware as well, there's another item there that is called hide distracting items, and that is a bit different. That is separate from the reader option. All right. Any other comments here? Is there any other way?
It's Robert.
Robert, go ahead.
So if you're using iOS 26 and you're talking about the new reader mode, you have to go into a setting under accessibility, under VoiceOver, called Read and Speak. And in there you have to turn on accessible reader. If that's, but I'm a little unclear, Maria. I don't know if the old reader mode still exists or if you have to use accessible reader. I'm not positive, but I don't believe the old one is still there in iOS 26.
All right. Does anyone have any input? I haven't tried lately. I do believe it may be. I know in the page menu, when you go to more, and there are settings that you can set automatically to a specific domain, such as, for example, if you want to request the desktop website, and one of those is to use the reader mode automatically on the site. So I do think that it may still exist. I just, I can't think. I'm trying to think off the top of my head, like a news website or something to try this in real time to see if it is still there. Does anyone know? Has anyone actually used, since updating to iOS 26, what we call the traditional, if you will, reader mode in Safari itself, the one that's separate from this accessibility reader?
This is Greg.
Greg, go ahead.
I did try that, and it worked fine, but it also messed up my triple click side button, not my voiceover shortcut. And I suspect they'll fix that. It may have been fixed in '01. If not, I'm sure it'll be fixed pretty soon. But just be aware that apparently that puts it in that triple click side button shortcut, and so it may interfere with your triple clicking to go in and out of VoiceOver.
So let's just be clear, Greg, when you're talking about this interfering with triple click, you're talking about that new accessibility reader, correct?
Correct.
In iOS.
Correct.
Okay. Yes. And so that is separate from the iOS. Thank you for that. And that is separate from the iOS. The Safari reader does still exist, the traditional one. I'm on a website now. My hunch of trying it on a news article worked. So yes, if you go under, as Shazadi had indicated, in the page menu that is near the address field, right at the very bottom, if it's available, it will say show reader. And that is your traditional Safari reader view that's been around for quite some time now. And I believe that was the initial premise of Linda, of your question. Is that correct? You're referring to that reader mode in Safari itself.
Yes, and I have not updated to 26 yet.
Okay, so the comment that was just made about this accessibility reader, that's a completely separate feature. And so you shouldn't be, if you're just using the regular Safari reader view that tries to take out some of the clutter and such from articles, that should not have any effect on, the triple click. So,
And how do I find the page? I go up to the top where the address is, and do I tap on it, or?
So it's right. Yes. When the address is there, it should be right to the left. I'm looking. Yes. Left, the left on the screen, of the address bar, like where you see the actual web address, there should be right to the left. So if you flick to the left or touch a bit to the left, it says page menu. And if you double tap there will be a menu of various items. And if the reader view is available there, it'll be right at the bottom. It will say show reader.
Great. Thank you so much.
All right. Very good. All right. Valencia, you are next.
Yes, I am seeking to assist a new acquaintance who literally just got an iPhone last week and is having to learn VoiceOver for the first time. Newly blind as well. So I'm wondering what apps people would recommend for somebody in that situation who's new to the iPhone and VoiceOver usage. And I have suggested Seeing AI and Be My Eyes so far. And thank you in advance.
All right. Well, first of all, this person sounds like a great candidate for our Jumpstart mentoring program. And there is also a page on the Apple Viz site that's called something like it's a landing page, and then you go to the specific one relating to the iPhone. But it's a section, I believe, right on the home page that is called, I'm looking to see, getting started with your first Mac, iPhone, iPad, or Apple Watch. And then there are links right there down below that heading. And so there's one that's called Getting Started with Your First iPhone or iPad. And they might find that to be helpful. And I believe that there is a list. Let's see. I'm looking. This is covering the gestures and Braille screen input and VoiceOver settings. Let's see. There may be, VoiceOver voices. Yes. And here are down right at the bottom. I think there might be, no, these are other links.
This is Jody.
Go ahead, Jody.
Yeah, you go to VoiceOver and go to Commands, and then go to Gestures, and it will list them there. But there's also the VO Starter, which is a good introductory app to VoiceOver. But of course, nothing's better than the Jumpstart program.
All right. And any other apps just in general that anyone has recommendations for
This is
just
John.
someone like the essentials of someone just getting up and running? All right, John, go ahead.
Since you mentioned AppleVis, so I don't know if they've maintained it, but I know on the AppleVis website in the past they had a whole list of accessible apps. So at least that gives that person an avenue of which apps they consider accessible and recommended. But in terms of assistive technology apps, yes, the typical ones are Seeing AI, Be My Eyes, Ira. As Jody mentioned, Orion, of course, is another great app for like viewing your surroundings. Yes, VO Starter is a great one for learning voiceover. Another one that's similar is Screen Reader. That one, it works on the same premise. You learn to use voiceover. It treats it like a game. But iOS 18, I believe it was, and up also has the voiceover tutorial. There's the voiceover practice and the voiceover help. So, and of course, there are a lot of online resources like iBUG. So, just thought I'd throw those in there.
All right. And it also depends, I think, too, Valencia-san, on like what are they interested in, doing? Are they looking for like a, GPS app for some kind of, navigational assistance? Are they looking for, like an entertainment app, right? So that some of that will kind of inform that as well. And I think that, John, what you were referring to, correct me if I'm wrong, there's a page here, if you go into the Apple Viz main menu and then select the apps button, among others, there's a page that says apps developed specifically for blind, deafblind, and low vision users. I wonder if that was, yes, go ahead.
Yes, that's right. So there's a whole list of apps that it mentions like different apps that they considered accessible, and they have like different categories for like what Maria was saying.
All right. Pat, go ahead.
Bard is great for listening to books, and NFB Newsline is great for newspapers, magazines, Target ads, TV listings, and so forth.
All right.
This is Shazadi.
Shazadi, go ahead.
One thing I just want to add is the phone itself depends on the phone. But if it's an latest iPhone, like iPhone 16, I'm referring to that specifically because I know it has it built into the visual intelligence. So if you just hold the button and then the person has something in front, so the phone you can ask it and can search it. So the phone itself has that capability to do a visual intelligence search itself. So just wanted to bring that to the forefront.
All right. Very good. And yes, that's built right in. And, depending on, if it's like information access, right, there's, there's NFB Newsline, which is open to, anyone in the US for newspapers, in terms of like a book reading, like there's, the free one is like Dolphin Easy Reader. And I think VoiceStream Reader has a free tier, something like that for its core features. So yeah, I think that Apple Viz page, there are just a ton of apps listed there. Oko for crossing streets. I mean, it really just depends on, what the person is interested in. But hopefully some of these will help get them started.
This is Jody.
In the wide world of apps. Jody, go ahead.
And then add one more simple one. It's called Live Read, and it basically does the same thing as the short text reader in Seeing AI, where you don't have to take a picture. You just hold your phone up and the camera will read the print in front of the camera. So, and that's a very simple free app too.
All right.
Liz?
Very good. Liz, go ahead.
Also, since they're new to the iPhone, before they get inundated with all of these apps for the blind, they may want to go to an Apple store, set up an appointment to go get help learning their iPhone. And then, I don't remember if it's AFB or NFB has a tutorial on you're new to the iPhone. I don't remember which one, but they can need help just figuring out, what buttons to press and stuff on the iPhone itself.
All right. Yes, and there are different I know on YouTube, Hadley has some resources and so yes, definitely. And of course, right, once they can always come to iBUG as well.
This is
So,
Sean.
all right. All right. Oh, let's take those two more and then we can shift. So I think it was Sandhya and then I didn't catch who it was after, but
Sean.
you can.
Yeah,
Sean.
I just want,
Okay, thank you.
Wanted to really quick just say Pete and Sri did cafes. Number 112 and 123. Those two are a great review, very detailed review of VoiceOver, so you can get started there. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. All right. And then we'll go to Sean and then we can shift the topics.
I
Sean, go ahead.
I just wanted to say, I know somebody mentioned IRA. I just want to make sure everyone knows it's spelled AIRA. So you don't spend the
thank
entire
you.
day looking for IRA like I did. I lost an entire day of my life to this. So.
Oh my goodness. Absolutely. Yes. Thank you for that, Sean. Yes. Spelling is definitely important. Yeah. And all right.
This is Shazadi.
Good. Shazadi. All right. Go ahead.
Just let me add one last thing. On YouTube itself, if you search Apple support, Apple itself has a full playlist for iPhone, various topics. So that's also a good way to start.
All right. And is that generic or is that VoiceOver specific?
It has voiceovers. So if you Apple supports accessibility, it has a playlist for all the voiceovers and everything.
Oh, excellent. Look at that. All right. Thank you. All right. Well, I hope that helps Valencia with getting your acquaintance up and running. So very exciting. All right. Who would like to ask the next question? Or make a comment?
This is John.
This is okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Who was that? I was John, and then I'd heard someone else too. Just so
it's Intisar.
Oh, Intisar. All right, let's hear from Intisar first, as you haven't yet spoken, and then we'll circle back to you, John. So go ahead, Intisar.
This is a comment I had mentioned last time when they were trying to help me. And they suggested to call accessibility. When I make a phone call, it focuses on the timer and it will start saying, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. So I have to find some place on the screen to quickly switch to get out of the timer. So I think Brad told me to call accessibility care and find out what's going on. So I did call them. And right away, she was aware of the problem and she said, I could report it. We've been getting a lot of calls about it. It's a problem. Came on with iOS 26, and it's a voice over bug. So she's right away said, I told her it's not everybody having it. And she said, I really don't know, but we've been getting enough and I could just report it. And so that's what's going on. And I even updated the other day to that 26.01, but it still is not gone yet.
All right. Thank you for that. And for those who may be unclear, so this is an issue, and I have experience with this too. I'm sure some others here, some of you have it as well, that when you make a call, that VoiceOver is focusing on the part of the screen that's giving the duration of the call. And so that's why it's going up and up and up in seconds as you're talking. And so, yes, you have to flick away from it or touch the screen or what have you to make that stop talking. It's quite disruptive. So, all right. Well, thank you for that, Intisar. So yes, definitely reporting bugs to Apple. There are always some bugs. So, well, that's good. The more people that let them know, the hopefully higher priority it becomes to fix it. And especially as we are, a smaller group in the entire iOS using population, we do definitely need more people to report some of these issues so that Apple is aware of them and prioritizes them. All right, John, you are next.
Yeah. So I have one comment and one clarification for you and Innie about that problem.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to give a friendly reminder that if anyone is in need of new tech, that Amazon has their Prime Day deals between Tuesday the 7th and Friday the 10th. So If you're looking for something, then feel free to check that out. I recently purchased something that I can't say until the third Wednesday because it's an Android product, but I got a good deal on it. But I do have a clarification question for you and Innie, that when that timer comes up, like, are you able to like go to your home screen, like with the gesture or the button to kind of get to clear that, or are you stuck there?
All right. Any thoughts from you, and then I can share? All right. Well, for me, it's not, I'm not stuck there, so I can do whatever. I can either, go to the home screen, or I usually just end up flicking away from it on the screen. I think sometimes, if I recall correctly, I do need to touch the screen. I don't recall now if flicking has done anything, but I'm definitely able to stay on that call screen. It's just, the focus is on that call duration. Not setting the indication or the timer, and I need to just move away from it so that voiceover is not every second, counting up the seconds.
This is Innie.
Yes, Innie, go ahead.
I agree with Maria. The same. It's not stuck, and you don't swipe. I just like look at the phone, and I try to get someplace away. Like a lot of time, I end up there on the bottom when it says the end or whatever. Just touch something else to get away from it. And the weird thing, sometimes it doesn't start right away when you make the call, and you be talking, and it'll say 27 seconds. I mean, it just jump in. It would not be every second. It just really has a mind of its own. And I asked the people at Accessibility, the advisor, I said, did they change? Because somebody thought they moved the focus, put it next to the timer or something. And she said, no, it's exactly the same way it was. It's something, it's a voiceover bug. So but yeah, we can get out of it, and it will not go back on in the same call. It just, you have to find someplace else on the screen to touch. So yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, thank you for confirming that. And yeah, you're right. It won't be every single second. It's like you'll hear it every few seconds or something, like if you stay on there. Yeah. And I can see it, like if I've got my Braille display, I can see the seconds are going up and up and up. So like it is there. It's just, it's not announcing them every second, thank goodness. But absolutely, it's announcing them frequently enough every couple of seconds or whatever that you definitely want to come off of it. So, all right. Who would like to ask the next question or make a comment?
This is Gloria.
Who's that? Gloria, go ahead.
Yes. Well, I have a comment about the timer. I get the same thing. And what I do, I find I think it's the hide keypad, and I tap on that, and that usually takes it away for the call.
All right.
I do that very quickly. But my question, I have a question also.
Okay.
When I receive like an inspirational message on WhatsApp, and I want to hear what it's saying, I have a problem hearing. I don't know exactly what to do to get VoiceOver to read it for me. What should I do?
So are you referring to when you receive a notification, or do you mean like that the notification is disappearing, or or are you having this problem in WhatsApp itself?
No, like let's say one of my friends send me an inspirational message, and I open it up. It would tell me, who it's from, and it would say I have a photo. It'll tell me the time. When I tap on it, it still doesn't read it. It just tells me all of that all over again. And I don't know what I should do in order for it to read, what's on the page.
Yep. So it sounds like you're looking to navigate, like you've opened up the chat, right? And now you're looking to find that most recent message. All right. Who would like to explain about finding the most recent message in a chat in WhatsApp? I know you've got WhatsApp users. All right. Well, as I use WhatsApp, I can, so when you open up the thread, so when you double tap, like on your friend's name, you'll be taken to, at least what happens with me is that I'm taken to the compose message text field that's at the very bottom of that thread. And what I do is I flick left a few times. There's like the camera and GIFs and stickers, share media. These are all controls relating to if I want to compose a message. But then there's one that, and this is especially useful if there are quite a number of unread messages, you'll come to, when you flick left, it'll say go to most recent message. And when you double tap on that, you should be taken right there. And if you're not taken right there, if you're maybe taken a little bit to the right or some such, it'll say like start voice chat, and you might have to go flick left. But in theory, it's been pretty reliable for me that when I tap on that go to most recent message, that it does take me to the latest, the newest message. And then it will say message from whoever, and what they are saying and what time it is and where it's been received. And then I can just keep flicking to the left and like going backwards through the thread that way. So that go to most recent message is like a useful way to kind of scroll it all the way to the bottom there, so you can get to your most recent.
This is Sandhya.
Sandhya, go ahead.
All right, not the best at WhatsApp, but the other option, if you can't find that button, is go to the scroll, just the scroll bar on the right, and then just keep swiping. And depending on how many messages are in the thread, it might take you a while, but you will eventually get to the end when it says 100%.
All right.
And it would read that message for me. Whatever the message is, it will read it. Also.
So it will read it it'll read it when you navigate. So when you go into WhatsApp, right? And then you open the conversation in question, like if you're on the chats tab of WhatsApp, I wonder if that might be part of it too, right? Like WhatsApp has multiple, there's like the communities tab and the calls app and the chats tab and all that. Yeah. So along the bottom, you want to make sure if this is a chat that you're on the chats tab, which will show you your chats. Then you're going to open the chat, and then once you have navigated to the bottom in whichever of the ways, whether it's that go to most recent or scrolling with the vertical scroll bar or flicking up with 3 fingers repeatedly, however it is, it should read it to you similar to what you would see in like in the messages app itself. When you touch it, when you land on that message, it should read it to you. And sometimes like it's just, you have to be focused on it on the screen. So if you find that for some reason you're not focused, like you might want to try also touch it. So like that compose button is along the bottom of your screen, right? All these voice message.
Right.
Oh, sorry, I'm recording and I don't want to be recording right now in my demoing over here. All right, one moment. Let me just cancel this out. Oh, that's all right. So along the bottom, there's voice record and send and just different. Oh, I need to cancel this recording. All right. So above that, right, above that whole bottom bar of your screen that concerns the new message that you might want to compose, there should right there be the most recent message. So as soon as you kind of touch in there, if you're not at the bottom, you want to just scroll and you should get there. So it sounds like you might just be in a different part of your screen, and that may be why it's not reading it to you.
This is Valencia.
Okay.
All right, Valencia, go ahead.
I was just curious, are you sure it's an actual text message and not a voice message? Because a voice message, you would actually have to double tap on it in the thread in order for it to play.
No, it's not a voice message. It's just a inspirational message that they send me. So no.
Sure, like a text. Yep, a text message.
Right,
yeah.
like a text message, yes. All right. Thank you.
Very good. Well, I hope that helps. John, go ahead.
So one last thought. So regarding, I just wanted to clarify what Sandhya was saying really quickly. So regarding the vertical scroll bar, you can kind of think of it like if you have like a file folder on top of a piece of paper. So when you scroll down to the different percentages, it's almost like you're pulling down that cover. So you're viewing a certain amount of the conversation thread, and the amount you go down, it shows more and more. But one other thing I'll say is that regarding if you're accessing it from your notifications, you may want to put your focus on it and one finger flick up or down, because sometimes it'll say like activate or more or manage notifications or something to that effect. And maybe that you can't click on it because it's trying to figure out what it is you want to do with it, that it won't open it up unless. So I don't know the exact verbiage of how to activate it so it takes you in the app instead of opening up the app itself, but that might be why it's not like taking you there right away.
This is Jody.
Okay.
With a quick comment.
Yep, Jody, go ahead.
You know, one thing that I've seen inspirational messages, but they're inside of an image. And could it be possible that the message is actually embedded in an image and that's why you can't read it?
Oh, that is also possible. Yeah, like Valencia, like when you go or Gloria, sorry, when you go into the chat, when you select this chat with your friend, are you hearing part of the message or are you just hearing like an image or something? That would be letting you know the format.
No, the only thing it says is folder. It says folder, and then I open it up, and nothing happens. So I guess I'll try some of those and see.
Yeah, and see if that helps. Yeah, because I don't think I've experienced it saying folder. I've had it say like where, this group or like this, so-and-so, and it's, a voice call or it's a mess or like just the name. And then it tells me, part of the message and then the time. So I'm not quite sure about the folder. I have not seen it. And yeah, and I'm
No, not folder, photo.
Oh, photo!
Oh,
I'm
then
so
it is
sorry.
an image. Yeah.
It is an image.
Open
Okay.
Open it with Be My Eyes. Be My AI.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to share that photo, so you'll double tap on the photo and you'll go to share and then share it to an app that like Be My Eyes, as Jody said, or maybe an Ira, the Access AI, right? Any of these apps that can give you AI descriptions of the photo, and you should get it there. All right, beautiful. All right. Sorry for all that misunderstanding, but hopefully that helps someone else with navigating many long threads as well. All right. Very good. Well, we are. Yes. All right. Well, can you believe we are at the top of hour 2 of the iBUG Buzz? So now I will invite anyone who was not here at the beginning and who has not introduced themselves to come in and say your name and where you're from, and if you're a first-time caller.
This is Angelo in Ottawa.
Hello to you both.
This is Dee in Southern Illinois.
Hey, Dee.
Hello.
Jerry from Vermont.
Hey, Jerry.
Pat from Ohio.
Hello.
This is Intisar from Iowa.
Hey, Intisar. Hello, Julie.
Nikki from San Francisco.
All right, Nikki, hello.
Hi.
Vanessa from Georgia.
Hey, Vanessa, welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Elizabeth from Newfoundland, Canada.
Hey, Elizabeth, welcome.
Thank you.
All right, anyone else who did not get a chance to say hello in the first hour, if you would like to introduce yourself.
This is Desi in Franklin, Tennessee.
Hey, Desi, welcome.
Thank you.
This is Dale from Cleveland, Ohio.
Hey, Dale, welcome.
Hello, thank you.
All right, anyone else? All right. Well, welcome to you all. All right. It is now time for our very exciting, as always, halftime show where we get to find out, and perhaps you will all get to guess, what the movie is that we're going to be watching this Friday, or shall I say listening, because it is the audio only track for our iBUG night at the virtual movies. But I wonder who is going to be telling us, who's going to be giving us all of these fantastic clues this evening, as Mr. McCulloch is away.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh,
the
hello.
Fake iBug guy, the iBug fake guy, the iBug impersonator guy.
iBug guy squared.
All of my multiple personalities are here and accounted for. Good evening, as I present to you the clues for the iBug night at the virtual movies. But first things first, we must go over the rules before we give out the clues. It should only take a second or two because, quite frankly, there are no rules to this. You can say anything, anytime. Wait. Hold it. Cut his mic. Sorry about that, Maria. Sandhya. I should have known to never trust an imposter to keep his word because he promised he was going to give the rules and the clues, but since we cannot keep our word, I, Stephen Michael McCulloch Kerr, will handle these duties. Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. Yes, we do have the clues, but we must get some house cleaning out of the way and tell you that there are rules to this game. But the good news is that they are no different from the rules that you normally use for your iBug Buzz call. You say your name, wait to be recognized before announcing your guess. Now, each person only gets one guess per clue, and there are a total of 5 clues, or sometimes there's a bonus clue. Last week, we didn't even get, we had to call out the bullpen to get a winner because we went through all our clues. Now, if you have won or guessed the movie correctly in the past 3 weeks, you are not eligible to guess. We just want to give everybody a fair chance. And everyone is allowed to be unmuted at this time, provided that you do not have any background noise. We don't want to do that. The correct answer is the title of the movie, not the actors, the storyline, or any other miscellaneous information. You have to guess the exact title of the movie. And the bullpen will be in effect if we do not get an answer to any of our clues. I'll open the bullpen if we reach clue 5 or the bonus clue without an answer. So there you go, the rules. And now to the fun stuff. The clues for iBug Night at the virtual movies this Friday. We'll start with clue number 1. The film takes place in a fictional town on the East Coast. The film takes place in a fictional town on the East Coast. Anybody have a guess from that obvious clue? Or not so obvious?
Val.
Val, go ahead.
Pleasantville?
Pleasantville, is that what you said?
Yes.
Pleasantville. I don't know how pleasant it is. I've never been there, but it is not quite the correct answer, Val, but thanks for trying. Anyone else have a guess?
Jim,
go ahead.
Jaws.
Jaws. No, it's not Jaws. I think
It's
we've
Desi.
actually seen Jaws, right? At some point. All right, who had a guess?
Desi.
Go ahead. What's your guess?
Spitfire Grill.
Ooh, Spitfire Grill. That is a good guess. It is unfortunately not the right guess.
All right.
Oh, but good try, though. Okay, so do we have any more guesses before we go to clue number 2? All right, well, let's do it, shall we? Clue number 2. The setting is crucial to the story. So much so that the setting itself almost feels like a character. The setting is crucial to the story, so much so that the setting itself almost feels like a character. Anybody have an idea what that is? Quite ambiguous, isn't it?
Where do you get these clues?
I forgot to give my disclaimer, Sandhya. Thank you for reminding me. These clues were not written by me, by the fake Michael McCulloch, by the iBUG impersonator, or any aliases thereof. Okay, that's right. I wanted to get that out of the way. Any complaints should be directed to the real Michael McCulloch, who conveniently is on a mountain somewhere.
So typical. So typical, I'm telling you. No.
All right, shall we move on to clue number 3? Let's do that.
Clue 2 was clear as mud, basically. So.
Yeah, clear as mud, and mud is not that clear. Clue number 3. The film's events unfold in the 1950s and 1960s. The film's events unfold in over 2 different decades, the 1950s and the 1960s. And I was not born in the 50s. Will not comment on whether I was born in the 60s or not.
Y'all can be unmuted and share your guesses with us.
Yep. I mean, these easy clues, I'm surprised that nobody has guessed it yet, honestly.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to clue number 4. Our protagonist must face a town that never truly accepted her. We know it's a she then, don't we? Our protagonist must face a town that never truly accepted her.
Her who?
Her who?
Come on, guys.
Wow. 2 weeks in a row that we are headed toward the bullpen.
I think Annie got it last week, so.
Yes, she did.
All right, guys, come on.
All right. One more shot.
Got a bunch of you out there.
Did somebody have one? Okay.
Got 56 people out there.
Yeah, wow.
Just need one guess.
Well, Sandhya, we have 2 more clues. We have clue number 5 and a bonus clue. Let's see what we've got.
Let's go with clue number 5.
Number 5. In a courtroom, her survival, the protagonist that is, her survival skills matter more than her schooling does. Wow.
Wow.
In a courtroom, her survival skills matter more than her schooling.
Come on, guys.
You know, it's convenient that Michael writes all these clues and goes away, don't you think so?
Yeah.
It's, very convenient.
Deal with the aftermath.
Yeah, don't have to be around to deal with the aftershock. All right. All right. Well, I have one more bonus clue, and then we'll have to open up the bullpen if we don't get an answer.
Uh-oh, here comes somebody.
Does anyone have a guess before we go to the bonus clue?
Cindy?
Cindy?
Yes.
Go ahead. What do you think it is?
How about The Godfather?
The Godfather. The Godfather is not the right answer, but a nice try. So thank you for trying. Good
Who are
one.
you supposed to be?
The first good guess in about 4 clues. So we're getting somewhere.
Valencia.
Valencia. What is your guess?
Matilda?
Matilda. Oh, wow. Matilda. That is a good guess, and it is not the right answer, unfortunately. But a good try, Valencia.
Randy.
Randy.
To Kill a Mockingbird?
Ooh, To Kill a Mockingbird is a very good guess. Let's see.
That is a good guess.
Is a good guess. Is it the right answer though? Hang on just a second. Oh no, it's not. No, it's not. But that's probably the closest we've gotten so far. So, any more before we pull out the bonus clue? All right, let's go for it, Sandhya.
All right.
Here we go. The main character grows up in the marshland of North Carolina, isolated from society. The main
Valencia.
character grows up in the marshland of North Carolina, isolated from society. Anybody
Christina?
have?
Mary Alice.
Hang on, I think I heard Valencia.
Christina goes first. If she doesn't guess it, then Mary Alice will come to you. Christina.
No,
hang on. Valencia had come in first.
Did Valencia? I'm sorry, I didn't hear Valencia. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Valencia.
I
Go
thought
ahead.
y'all had already seen it, but Where the Crawdads Sing.
Where the Crawdads Sing? Well, let's see. Where the Crawdads Sing is actually ding, 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 ding is the right answer.
We saw that one.
Woo!
Okay.
How about that?
Yeah, great movie, but I think we saw it.
That's what
I was going to say, did y'all already see that one?
That's what I heard, but it was before my time, I guess.
Is that true, Sandhya?
I don't think so, but we will check our records. But
I don't
anyway,
think yeah. Well, it came out in 2022, so it would have had to be in the last 3 years. It's 2 hours and 5 minutes, PG-13. Yeah, the cast, Daisy Edgar Jones as Kaya Clark, Taylor John Smith as Tate Walker. We have Harrison Dickinson as Chase Andrews, David Strayhorn as Tom Milton, and Valencia. The gift we have for you is a replica of Kaya's rundown marsh home. And of course, it's in iBUG colors. You've always wanted to renovate a home, haven't you, Valencia?
But of course.
So you're going to get a rundown home for you to turn into whatever you want, just as long as you keep the iBUG colors, though. Those can't change.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Throw in a crawdad.
Immutable.
Crawdad. Congratulations, Valencia, and thank you, everybody, for guessing.
Steven, you did a great job. Thank you.
Yay,
so
Steven!
Great movie.
Time
Always
from his
enjoy
busy
talking to you guys. Miss
Well,
y'all.
you're taking time from your schedule to be with us, so we appreciate it. So
It's always my pleasure.
Bye, Kat.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Steven.
you.
All right. Well, wasn't that fun? So yes, Where the Crawdads Sing. We invite you to join us this Friday for that, for iBUG night at the virtual movies. The pre-movie social times at 7. The movie itself will be at 8, and there will be fun trivia afterward and discussion. All right. So now we will return to our iBUG Buzz programming, and it is now time for hopefully an exciting edition of iBUG Byte. And while this iBUG Byte may have a little bit of crossover with the iBUG Cafe topic, perhaps on Sunday, I think that this way of this demo, which kind of happened a little by accident in the way it happened, and also is demoing another related feature in the course of demonstrating this main new feature. Maybe a little bit of a unique way to demo it, and maybe a bit helpful to some users to be able to use this feature more easily, and perhaps it might not be covered quite this way on Sunday. So still definitely invite you to come on Sunday to hear about this and the many new features in iOS 26. But for now, I will, in one moment, share with you a demo of one of the several new features in this is a demo of just one of the several of the many new features in iOS 26. And so in one moment, we will hear this demo. Demo that is a demo within a demo. There's been a feature in iOS for quite some time now when running VoiceOver that enables you to copy the last thing that VoiceOver said to your clipboard. But if you later copied something else, which VoiceOver said, that would replace what you had previously copied. And there were times when you may have wanted to copy several things that VoiceOver said in order to paste them somewhere else. And so you might, in this scenario, have had to copy one thing, go and paste it where you wanted it, go back to the next speech phrase that you wanted VoiceOver to say, make that happen, then copy that, return back to the app where you wanted to paste it, and so on. Quite a number of steps there. Now, in iOS 26, there's a separate copied speech type of clipboard that is available. And this feature becomes an available Rotor item in places where it can be used, such as edit fields. And you are then able, when you select this Rotor item of copied speech, to flick up and down to cycle through the most recent VoiceOver phrases that you have copied. You double tap on the one you want to paste, and it pastes. Or you can also, there's a clear item that you can double tap on to completely clear that copied speech clipboard to start over. And so this is now a really easy way to be able to paste a series of messages from VoiceOver, which you may have copied. This feature of copying speech to the clipboard, the feature itself works the same as it always has in iOS. It is this Rotor item that is new, and you can reorder the Rotor item or, of course, select whether or not it is present in your Rotor in the VoiceOver Rotor settings. And of course, in the Rotor items, you can perform a search to quickly get to it in the quite long and thorough list of items that you can have in your Rotor. So the way that the copying of VoiceOver speech to the clipboard works is via a 3-finger quadruple tap gesture on a QWERTY keyboard, which includes Braille displays with a QWERTY keyboard, like the Mantis Q40 from APH that I am using. It is the VoiceOver modifier, however you have set that in your settings. So it's VoiceOver Shift C. C as in copy. If you are using a Braille display with a Braille keyboard, this command is by default unassigned. And so you will have to go in and manually assign this copy VoiceOver speech to the clipboard feature, which is called copy speech. And where do you go to do that, you may wonder? I am actually going to demonstrate to you how this new copied speech Rotor works in the course of showing you where you can find this ability to assign this keyboard command for your Braille display with a Braille keyboard. Because we're going to pretend like I'm going to write a note that lists these steps. And a draft, to be more precise, because I am going to use the Drafts app. But instead of my writing it out manually, why not have VoiceOver do a good amount of the work by way of copying these steps to the clipboard as voiceover speech. So that is what we are going to do, and then I will show you how easy it is to paste all those phrases into a text field. We're going to begin in the settings.
Settings.
So I want to indicate in my note about these steps that we begin in settings, and so I'm going to copy this phrase that VoiceOver just spoke, settings, to the copied speech clipboard.
Settings copy to clipboard.
So next, we're going to go into accessibility in settings.
Accessibility button.
And we will double tap.
Personalize iPhone in settings, back button. Accessibility heading.
I just stopped VoiceOver speech, moved to the top of the screen there, and then flicked to the right to reach this accessibility heading. And I'm going to copy that to our copied speech clipboard to indicate that that is the next step.
Accessibility copy to clipboard.
Next, I am going to go to VoiceOver and going to repeat of double tapping on the VoiceOver button to activate it, and then going to the top of the screen, just in this case by touching in the upper left-hand corner, and then flicking to the right to get to that VoiceOver heading so that I can copy that to indicate that that's the next step. So we'll go to VoiceOver.
VoiceOver heading. VoiceOver copy to clipboard.
Next, we're going to go to Braille in the VoiceOver settings and repeat the same steps to reach the Braille heading on that screen, and then copy that to the copied speech clipboard.
Braille heading. Braille copy to clipboard.
Now we're going to move to the Braille display. In my case, as I mentioned, it's the American Printing House, or APH Mantis Q40.
APH Mantis.
I'm going to copy this to the copied speech clipboard to indicate that I'm choosing my Braille display.
APH Mantis.
And I will stop speech so that you don't hear my serial number. So now we're going to swipe down. We're in the Actions Rotor item here, and we're going to flick down to More Info.
More Info.
And to indicate that we're doing that in my hypothetical note, again, we'll copy that More Info to the clipboard.
More Info copy to clipboard.
We'll double tap to go in here.
Braille commands button.
And that is actually what I want to copy. And so I land right there on Braille commands, which is where we're going to be going. So I'll copy this to the speech clipboard.
Braille commands copy to clipboard.
We'll double tap to go in here.
Braille. VoiceOver button.
I now moved to the bottom of the screen with a 4-finger single tap in the bottom half to go into the VoiceOver button, because that is where this option is. But I'm going to copy that VoiceOver button to my copied speech clipboard.
VoiceOver copy to clipboard.
And finally, we'll double tap.
Copy speech button.
And there it is. We're going to copy that to our copied speech clipboard.
Copy speech copy to clipboard.
And as you can tell by the fact that it's simply a button without any kind of a command indication, indeed it is unassigned by default. And this is where you would go to assign this feature to a keyboard command on your Braille display's Braille keyboard. So now let us go into drafts and demonstrate this copied speech rotor in action.
Keyboard visible.
And with keyboard visible, we are in the drafts app, which is placing me in a blank draft and in the edit field. So we're ready now to use this copied speech rotor. So this rotor item is near the bottom of my Rotor list currently, and that makes it quite easy to find. If I rotor to the left, it's going to be, in my case, to the left of the edit item on my rotor. So I'm going to rotor left a few times.
Miss edit, copied speech, copy speech.
And there it is. And it reads out the last thing that was copied to it. So it said copied speech. That's the name of the rotor item. And then it said copy speech because, as you may recall, that is the last thing that I copied, the last voiceover phrase that I copied. And so now we can flick up and down to review what is in this copied speech clipboard. If I flick down, we will go
voiceover, Braille commands, more info,
backward through the items copied. So I'm going to flick up so that we move forward.
Braille voiceover, copy speech, clear all copied speech.
So there is this option to clear all of it, which I don't want to do. So I'm going to flick up.
Settings.
And there's our first item that we copied. So I'm going to double tap on this to paste it in.
Settings.
And now let's just go to a new line. So we pressed enter.
Accessibility.
And you can see I'm very helpfully, if I flick up, I am still in that copied speech rotor. And so now I can just double tap to paste accessibility.
Accessibility.
New line, flick up.
Voiceover.
There's voiceover, double tap to paste.
Voiceover.
New line, flick up.
Braille.
Double tap.
Braille.
To paste. Repeat.
APH, more info. Braille commands, voiceover, copy speech.
And there we go. We've repeated this, and now I can see nicely on my Braille display all of these items. And so, as you can tell, it is just now so much easier to copy snippets of information that you hear voiceover say for pasting into other applications because of this copied speech rotor item and its specific clipboard, which keeps a history of these items. And so I hope that this small but mighty addition to iOS 26 helps to improve your productivity. All right. So, I hope that you found that whichever part of that may have been useful, whether it is hearing again, as there was coverage of some of this copied speech clipboard last week, but also perhaps that Braille display. If you're using a Braille display with a Braille keyboard, the demo of where to go to assign this copy voiceover, the last phrase to the clipboard, where you would go to assign that to your Braille keyboard. It's something that you perhaps might want to use a little bit more often now with this new feature. So are there any questions, or has anyone tried either of these features? Sorry, who was that?
It's Dot.
Oh, Dot. Yes, go ahead.
Can you just paste one time for everything? I noticed you double tap for each item. Can you copy 10 items and go to the Note app and paste them all at the same time? Just one gesture?
I see what you're saying. I don't believe you can just paste the entire rotor in one go. It is a separate clipboard from like your main the clipboard that you might use in iOS to like copy, I don't know, whatever, like a link or a message or whatever, right? In the iOS system, it is a separate keyboard. So as far as I'm aware, I don't believe that there is a way to just paste all of it completely. That perhaps is a nice enhancement suggestion for a future, iOS version, to maybe add to that rotor item, like a paste. You know how there's like the clear all, maybe like adding a paste all copied speech, right? That could be useful.
This is Intisar.
Intisar, go ahead.
Yes. Did you, when you were copying, Is that what you were doing? 3 fingers, quadruple?
Yes, I
Okay.
happen to be, since I'm using my Mantis, I was using voiceover Shift C, the keyboard command, but it's the same thing. Yes, the 3-finger quadruple tap would do it on the screen. Yeah.
Each time you said copy this, that's what we will be doing.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yep.
This is John.
John, go ahead.
I do agree with that. It would be nice if they had a paste all option. But having said that, I guess a kind of workaround would be if you have just the 2 apps, like the app where you want to paste and then the app where you're copying the content. You can do the 4-finger flick left and right, and you switch between apps. So then at least every time you want to go, just go to the Notes app and paste. It's not ideal, but at least you can kind of do one after the other. So then it's, instead of, because you're going to do one after the other in the list anyway. So that's another option if you just want to toggle between apps.
Yeah, that's kind of right. That's kind of along the lines of how it used to work, right? When you used to, and it still works that way, right? The way that you would have to do it when the clipboard would only store the one phrase in the past. Yeah, but that flicking with the 4 fingers, yes, thanks for that helpful reminder of moving between apps when you have multiple apps open, and rather than having to go into the app switcher and moving that way. And I believe that's actually another keyboard command that is unassigned with the Braille display. I don't recall if there's a QWERTY equivalent. I haven't looked it up lately in commands to use it, but if it's unassigned with a Braille keyboard, you would go in a similar location, likely not in VoiceOver. It might be in one of the other groups in that Braille command screen, but you would kind of do a similar process to assign that keyboard command. So,
this is Joe.
Joe, go ahead.
Yeah, the thing about doing a paste all is that it's going up from reverse order from bottom to top.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that would be the question, right? Like, how would it do it? Yeah, if it did exist.
Yeah, so the way it's doing it now, it wouldn't work.
Yeah, if it went, as you said, from the bottom to the top. Because, yeah, it just, like now, right, it depends on which way you're flicking in that rotor, when that rotor item is selected, which way you're going. So, yeah, that would, right. Like, it just depends on if it were to exist, how would it be done? Would it be done in reverse chronological or what have you? Yeah.
I think it should be doing it that way anyway, but it's just my opinion.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things that sounds like it's like a setting or something that, in future if Apple were to add it, because certainly I can see it being useful in both ways, right? Depending on the situation.
This is John.
All right, John, go ahead.
I know this is more theoretical than related to the actual session, but it would be nice if, let's say, yes, there'd be a paste all, but if, let's say, like with the Mail app or the Messages app where you can select in sequence the ones you want to paste, like you go to them and you 1-finger double tap and VoiceOver says selected, and then once you know that they're selected, then there'd be like the paste option, so then you only paste the ones you want, or you can do a paste all, kind of like with Mail and Messages.
Yeah, that definitely lots of different ways that, this is the first iteration of this, right? So who knows what will come up in the future with this. Any other questions on how this works, how the feature works, either of them, the demo within the demo that it kind of turned into?
This is Sean.
Sean, go ahead.
Do you know if the spoken contact clipboard is shared via iCloud? So if I did some copies on my phone, I could go ahead and pull them back up on my iPad?
Oh, I do not actually know that. Does anyone know that? I think it may not be, but I'm honestly not sure. I don't have 2 devices, so I don't know offhand. Has anyone tried it? Well, then perhaps, Sean, you can try it and let us know.
I have to get to the point that I'm willing to upgrade to 26 first. But yeah,
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
This is Jody.
Jody, go ahead.
I don't think it would, the clipboard wouldn't share, but once you paste it in a note, if you have your note in the cloud, then it would be visible in all of your devices.
Yeah, that makes sense because you're putting it into an app where it's syncing across. Yeah. So that's kind of a workaround. All right. Any other questions or comments on this? All right, then. Well, very good.
This
so
is
then
John.
Oh, yes, go ahead, John, and then we'll shift.
So that should be activated by default, but if it's not, you just go to Settings, Accessibility, VoiceOver, and Rotor. And under Rotor items, you just scroll down to the bottom. It should be at the bottom, and you'll know if it's selected because VoiceOver will say selected.
All right. Yes. Thank you for that. All right. Very good. So now as we have
This is
some
Dot.
time, yes, let us return to other. Go ahead, Dot.
I just want to thank everybody for doing fixing that mail situation for me. I have I made it work.
Oh, good. What did it end up being? What ended up being the issue?
I had to delete the Gmail account and sign back in.
Aha.
And
All right.
and then I turn on everything from calendar to notes to mail to whatever, and it works. I got all my mail on the native app now.
Wonderful.
Too many
very
mails
good.
now.
Of course.
Yeah.
All
thank
right.
you.
Well, very good. Thanks for following up.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. Then who would like to ask the next question?
This is Jody.
Go ahead, Jody.
I just want to make a comment. We didn't see the movie, the Crawdads Sing. We read the book in the Vila Book Club.
Aha.
And that's probably what I was remembering, so I apologize.
Well, excellent. You're having complete coverage now, the book
Yeah,
and the movie, and now you
exactly.
can compare and see which one, how did they adapt it, and which one did they, do a good job of keeping to the book, or did they do their own thing, and, which one you like better?
The book is excellent, and they did do a good job in the movie because I did see it.
Oh, you've seen both.
Yeah.
Oh, well, very good.
But we did it for the book club, and it was really good.
Awesome. Well, look at that. See, there's some inspiration of of books that we've done for the book and vice versa, right? For book and movie adaptations. So, all right, good stuff. Thanks for clarifying that. All right. Who would like to ask the next question?
It's Deb.
Deb, go ahead.
So I think we've probably talked about this before, but I'm not remembering it and I'm not finding it. If there's a way in the native mail app to go into a mailbox such as junk and select all those and delete them, or do you need to go by one delete? And I couldn't find a delete all or a way to delete them all. So I was just asking that.
All right. Anyone have any thoughts to share on selecting all messages? Go ahead, Jody.
Yes, you can delete all. So if you go into the junk folder, I don't know if you have to hit edit first, but there is a select all in the top of the screen, a little to the left, and you tap select all, and then you go to the bottom right and say delete, and it will say, "Do you sure you want to delete all the messages?" And you say yes, and then they're all gone.
Mm-hmm. All right. And just to be clear, so there's the button is called, what is it called? Select, I believe it is called.
I think it's select all.
When you're saying that first button that you...
the first button, I'm going to go ahead and check right now.
Yes. No, I'm just, I'm just clarifying because I am in the screen. It is called select. And then, yes, you have the select all in the upper left-hand corner. Once you select, then you go to select all. If that wasn't very confusing enough with the word select so many times. So it's instead of edit, it's called select, and then you go to select all. But yes, thank you for that tip, Jody. Yes, I feel like this was a wished for feature for quite some time now. So it's so nice to finally have it. All right.
This is John.
John, go ahead.
So one more thing, after she taps on select all, you just want to make sure that your focus is towards the bottom, because the options like mark, move, delete, I think they're towards the bottom of the screen, and then you should find the one that you want.
All right. Very good. Yes, that is a good tip. All right. Who would like
Deb.
to ask this?
Thank you,
Deb,
guys.
yes, go ahead. Yeah,
Yes, thank you.
absolutely. All right. Who would like to ask the next question?
Val.
Val, go ahead.
Okay, it goes back to my question I asked in the first hour. Y'all mentioned a website. I can't tell if you're saying Apple Viz as in VIS or Apple This THIS. What's the spelling?
It's Viz, like VIS, the first one you'd said. V
Okay.
Victor, I India, S Sierra.
Okay, and is that a .com or?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
All right. You're welcome. All right.
This is
Who would
Marty.
Marty, go ahead.
I can listen to the recording, but out of curiosity, what was the iBUG Byte tonight?
The iBUG Byte ended up being kind of a byte within a byte. It was demonstrating how to assign a keyboard command on a Braille display with a Braille keyboard, but demonstrating the steps of where you would go by using the new copied speech Rotor item in iOS 26.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Yes. All right.
This is Intisar.
Intisar, go ahead.
I just wanted to make a comment about Apple Viz. It's from Apple, like Vision. So that's how you could remember the Viz came from Vision.
Yeah, that's a good way to remember that. And by vision, we mean like vision, those who are, visually like low vision, blind, low vision, not like the Apple Vision Pro headset or the glasses, just to be clear, because Apple Viz came along way before those, the Apple glasses.
This is Mary Alice.
Go ahead, Mary Alice.
Valencia, it's also a podcast. Apple Viz is also a podcast that you can listen to.
All right. Yes, that is a good tip as well. Yeah, they come out with some occasional episodes too. And that's all one word, by the way, when you search for podcast. So APPLEVIS. All right. So thank you for that. All right. Who would like to ask the next question? Or make a comment, any issue that you may be experiencing after an update? While you are all thinking, if any of you happen to have a Braille display with a QWERTY keyboard like a Mantis Q40, as you heard in the Byte that I'm using, or the Orbit Reader Q20, Q40, there's also the HelpTech. Oh my gosh, I think it's called the Activator that has both the QWERTY and the Braille keyboard, but I'm slightly blanking on the name. But anyway.
This is Joe.
The Braille... Oh, yes, go ahead. Joe, yes.
Yeah, I'm having a problem with the Notes app. I was trying to read something by character. I had a note open and I put it down, put the rotor to characters, was reading as usual, and it jumped into the edit field when I didn't want it to edit. I just wanted to read, and I still couldn't, and it wouldn't let me. And reading by character didn't work.
And when you say it didn't work, what do you mean by that? Was it not saying anything?
What did it do? I did something I didn't want it to. I just don't remember what it did, but.
All right. Does anyone have any suggestions? I know in iOS 26, there is a setting in VoiceOver that I can't quite recall what it's called, but it has to do with the cursor behavior as I'm trying to look it up. So that instead of telling you the character that's after the cursor when you're moving forward and then before the cursor when you're moving backwards, that it will, I believe, a little bit more consistently tell you what is after the cursor. I believe it maybe if someone else knows better, but I wonder if something like that is enabled. All right, we'll hear from Joe, and then I think someone else had tried to come in. Yes, go ahead.
I don't think that's it, because if I'm anywhere else, I can turn the rotor to character and read a word by character.
Okay.
This is
all right.
Sandhya.
I think yes, I think had someone else been before Sandhya? I thought I heard. Okay, maybe that was just a noise. All right, go ahead, Sandhya.
Yeah, I just tried it in iOS 26, and I remember previously I had the same problem when you tried to navigate by character in Notes, and then it would jump you to like format and checklist and all this other nonsense that I didn't want to be in. But now I set it on character and it worked just fine. So I don't know if that helps, but it did not do what it used to do, which is, like I said, go to the, I guess it's the toolbar where it gives you other options.
You can't hide the toolbar this time either.
All right. So I guess I wonder. Oh, go ahead, Joe.
I just said thank you because I don't know what else we can do.
Yeah, I guess I wonder, like, are you experiencing it consistently? Like, if you go back in there, okay, you are. So yours is moving back to, and you're running iOS 26, right?
Yes.
Okay, so then maybe this is similar to, you know, the with the issue that we were talking about earlier with the call, the call duration timer, where not everyone is experiencing it. I would definitely suggest to report it to Apple, especially since you can consistently reproduce it, and hopefully, at least so that they're aware of it, and can hopefully figure out what's causing it.
This is Robert.
Okay, go ahead, Robert.
I've been playing quite a bit with the Notes app lately, both with a Braille display and with the iOS screen. And I've discovered that for some reason, it seems like, especially in the Notes app, if you're going to flick up and down to move by a character or word through an edit field, you need to make your flicks really straight up and down, and really decisive. Because if you sort of make a flick, it might think you're actually trying to move over to the toolbar. At least that's what I've experienced.
Okay.
This is Sandhya.
Go ahead, Sandhya.
I just noticed Joe was saying she couldn't find the toolbar. If you keep swiping to the right, it starts telling you checklist, handwriting, and all that other stuff. So.
Yeah, but I wanted to hide it. You used to be able to hide the toolbar so it wouldn't show up.
Oh, all right. Does anyone know, can that be hidden now? And as we're thinking about that, just to close the loop on what I had mentioned with a potential that cursor setting that I had mentioned that's new in iOS 26 under voiceover in the typing settings. So voiceover and then typing, there's a setting that is called cursor output. And the classic way that iOS has behaved, and that is still the default, is what's called as cursor passive. And what you can select instead, if you want, is right of cursor, so that it always gives you the character that's to the right of the cursor rather than in whichever direction you're actually moving. So
this is Joe.
All right.
I've already done that.
Okay, thank you. All right. Robert, yes, go ahead.
Just to clarify that cursor setting for people, the default, the cursor behaves like it does typically on an Apple device, an iPhone, or if I can say the word quickly, I know this is not the topic, but a Mac. But if you set it to cursor to the right that you just described, that behaves like the way the cursor behaves on on all of the Windows screen readers.
That's a good, yeah, thank you for that. That's a good comparison. Yeah. All right. And in terms of this question as to whether the toolbar can be hidden, I don't.
This is
I'm
John.
looking very quickly at the toolbar. Yes, go ahead, John.
Yeah, I just checked there and I didn't see an option. So I don't
Yeah.
know. And I don't know if there maybe, I should check on my iPad to see if maybe certain things vary from iOS to iPadOS, but I didn't see it in an option on iOS.
All right.
Robert?
Yeah, thank you for that. Sorry, who is that?
Robert.
Oh, Robert. Yes, go ahead.
I don't think it even calls it a toolbar anymore in Notes. It's just the options you have available that you normally would have, where you can decide whether you want to move something or delete something, or I forget what the other options are. I don't think
Yeah.
there's any way to hide it, because then you wouldn't have your options available to you.
Right. I think you used to be able to, if you just wanted to like see a more, a full screen effect with your text, kind of like what some other apps have done. But yeah, like I'm not seeing either. And the only reference I see to it being called a toolbar, or if I go to the bottom where the keyboard is, and then if it takes me back into the toolbar, it will say editing toolbar. But yeah, as I'm just like flicking to the right past my text and such in the note, it's not indicating that it's a toolbar. So they are just a bunch of these buttons. And I think here in the beginning too, it actually said toolbar as well. Yes, it is saying in the beginning. But yeah, it doesn't look like there's a way to hide it. All right. Terry, yes, go ahead.
I'm going to ask a question which I've often wondered about and never remember to ask. I don't know that I've totally ever understood what the toolbar actually is. I feel like I should know that, but after a bazillion years of working with computers, but I honestly don't know what it does or what it is or what its purpose is.
Oh, you're asking like in general what it is. Oh, okay. So yeah, it's it's just it's meant to be able to show you certain options that you might quickly need without you potentially, depending on the platform, needing to go into a menu to find them. And it's just like, it's a bar, whether depending on the platform, right? If it's like closer to the top of the screen or in the bottom of the screen, like this one that we're talking about with the notes, it's way completely at the bottom of the screen, after the text area. Or all of these options, this, like in this case, like checklist and attachments and handwriting and writing tools and like just all of this other stuff. So I guess it's called a toolbar because it's like a bar, right? Like it's a horizontal layout of different tools that you might need quick access to.
So this is Terry.
Okay, go ahead, Terry, and then we'll go to Pat.
Okay, so in other words, because I know that it's a bar and I know it's at the top or the bottom. So is it like tabs, or just you move across from one item to the next, and there, if you double tap on a particular item, it would take you to that item in whatever app or program you're talking about? Is that how that works?
Yeah. So like if you were to like in this note, if you were to, double tap on the, like attach file or something, right? Like it would prompt you as to what you wanted to attach. It would take you, I think, to the, to like the file browser, I think it is in that case. There seems to be or like there's like bold, right? Or underline, right? Like it would apply these formats, right? So it would do whatever it is that you are expecting of it when you activate it.
Got it. Okay, because I've never used it. I thought, you know what? I'm going to ask this question.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I think Pat was going to add something,
yes.
right?
Yep.
I was just going to say the toolbar shows up a lot now, since if you downloaded iOS 26, because a lot of the apps, you have to go to the toolbar to get the search field to come up.
Yes, that's a really good point that in iOS 26 that the search button or search edit field has moved from the top to the bottom in the native iOS apps. So yes, you do have to navigate down there to open it up. Well, with that, we have reached the end of our second and final hour of iBUG Buzz. Don't forget, we've got After Buzz today, very shortly, beginning in just a couple of minutes. So do stay on for that. Tomorrow, Mac Buzz from 5 to 6 p.m. Central. Then on Thursday, the Vila Book Club from 6:30 to 8 p.m. Central, reading First Lie Wins by Ashley Elston. Then on Friday, the Night at the Virtual Movies, where we're watching, we're listening to, I should say, with audio only, where the Crawdads sing, and that begins at 8, although the pre-movie social time begins at 7, so come for lots of fun and games. And then on Sunday, the cafe from 4 to 5:30 to find out all about what is new in iOS 26. And so with that, thank you all very much for your great questions and comments and participation, and hope to see you on one of our other events very, very soon. And so even if you're not staying on, I hope you have a good night. And with that,